Back to the city of Tshwane's council, where political parties are gearing up for a no-confidence vote in Mayor Cilliers Brink. Action SA, which abandoned the Democratic Alliance-led coalition to support the ANC-sanctioned motion against Brink. This is while the South African Municipal Workers Union takes the city to the Labour Court for allegedly failing to honour their salary agreements. The union claims the city committed to a 3-year wage deal promising municipal workers increases of up to 5.4%, but has broken on that last 2 agreements due to financial difficulties. My co-anchor, Naledi Molewa, is live from the City Council for us this morning. And I just wonder, Naledi, what the workers make of this motion of no confidence.
That's also the question, right? Because there are so many elements to this matter. It's the service delivery, so the views of residents, and then, of course, it's the council members, but also those that work for the city of Tshwane. And we'll be hearing their views in a moment. One of the big questions has been whether or not Samwu, for instance, will support this motion of no confidence against Cilliers Brink. Will he survive? And if so, if not, is it because of service delivery, politics, or more, right? Let's speak now to Mpho Tladinyane, who is the Provincial Secretary of the South African Municipal Workers Union. Mr. Tladinyane, good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us. I want to start with this. Today we see this motion of no confidence against the mayor. Do you think that this is a good thing that's happening in that council sitting today?
Yeah, let's indicate that this particular motion that will be tabled today was actually supposed to have been tabled some 3-4 weeks back. But unfortunately, it was postponed and it was then brought back for tabling today. So we believe that political parties that have tabled this particular motion have considered a number of issues which are really affecting, the community, the residents of the city of Tshwane, and us as workers who are working and providing service for the city of Tshwane.
Yeah, I just need a more direct answer, if you will. From Samwu's point of view, are you also in support of Cilliers Brink no longer holding the mayoral chain?
Now remember that we are a labour organisation, we are a union. We're not part of council, but we have challenges as Samwu in this particular city. You'll know for a fact that this currently as we speak now, the city is owing us a lot of money, and we believe that whoever tables the motion, if that particular motion survives, we believe that those particular people will then be able to assist us in resolving all those particular challenges that we have tabled before the current administration in the city.
Well, talk to us about wage agreements that have been made that simply have not been met. We believe that two of the back ends of those agreements have not been met. How has that impacted workers? And then, of course, what conversations have been had with council?
Yeah, you'll know that we had signed a 3-year collective agreement on wages and salaries with SALGA, and the city of Tshwane, it's part of SALGA. But for those particular 3 years, the city only paid once and they reneged. They didn't pay for 2 years. So you can understand that the frustration that is within our members and the financial challenges that members continue to face on a daily basis as a result of the non-payment of that particular salary increase. So we believe that whatever happens here, those who will then be tabling the motion, one thing that they must also consider is the plight of workers, especially on the non-payment of salary increases.
What does this mean for service delivery in the city? I mean, there's certainly the conversation around whether or not the leadership, mayor or council makes the right decisions and has their focus on the right things where service delivery is concerned, but really service delivery for the most part executed by your own workers. And there's a conversation around whether or not the unions in and of themselves come to the party and ensure that residents do have a refuse collection and such.
Yeah, you'll know for a fact that we have staged a number of marches in the city, and issues that we have raised amongst others was to the provision of tools of trade to assist workers in delivering their services. The other issues that we had raised at that particular time was with regard to the privatization of services. And we have since recently then realized that amongst the challenges that we're now having in the city is that there is this greater appetite from the current administration to privatize almost everything. You know that there is this issues of your Rooival and your Pretoria West power stations, an intention to to outsource those particular things. There are also issues of selling land parcels in the city, selling properties that belong to the city. So if politicians don't attend to these particular matters as urgently as now, you'll find that in the next 6 months, this particular municipality will then be a hollow, because there will be nothing. This city would have sold everything, we have outsourced everything. So as workers, we believe that the current developments now in council will empower the workers to get their tools of trade and ensure that indeed we are able to provide services. We want to see ourselves being provided with trucks so that we can then be able to collect waste. We want to see being provided with PPE. We want to see the municipality providing us with machinery so that we can cut grass and all those things. But if the municipality is not providing those particular things, it then becomes difficult for us to be able to render those particular services to the residents of the city of Tshwane. But we are committed as workers in this particular city. So if the city provides all those particular tools of trade, you can then see an upsurge in terms of the delivery of services in this city.
So for a resident who's watching in Mamelodi, for instance, which is a civic organization that we spoke to that says we'd like to see gravel roads, we'd like to see better refuse collection, we'd like to see better charging of our rates and taxes. What do you say to them then about how Samwu feels about their plight despite what's going on inside council with the politics?
Yeah, remember that we are employed to provide services. We have members at Waste Management, we have members at the Electricity Department, we have members at Metropolis. Their sole responsibility is to respond to the service delivery challenges of the residents of the city of Tshwane. So what we simply want to see happening is that we want to see those Metropolis guys being provided with cars, being provided with uniform, being provided with the necessary tools like your guns and everything, so that they can then be able to defend the residents of the city. We want to see those particular members at Waste Management being provided with trucks, with PPE and everything that they need, so that they can then go to Mamelodi, then go to Harankuwa and ensure that they collect waste on a regular basis. So that is actually what we want to see. But one of the things that we have raised as some is that we have made a number of submissions and recommendations in this particular city to ensure that in respect of enhancement of revenue. So it's just that, sometimes you'll make submissions, you'll make inputs, and people don't take you serious. But our responsibility amongst others is to ensure that we should ensure that indeed there is revenue generation, so that the city is able to pay all its responsibilities. They are able to pay ESCOM, they should then be able to pay rent water, they should then also be able to pay their employees who are supposed to deliver those particular services. Currently we know that our payment of ESCOM, it's irregular, we're not consistent in terms of how we're supposed to pay ESCOM. So it then boils back to lack of leadership. You see, if you consider in the past, the city...
Do you put that on the shoulders of Cilliers Brink?
No. We, as and when we have meetings, we raise these particular matters. Because it is in our interest that...
But has he failed the workers of Tshwane? That's the direct question.
No, that is very clear. As I'm speaking to you now, I was supposed to have been paid what we call, I'm on top notch. I was supposed to have been paid my money being on top notch. That has not been done. As I'm speaking to you now, my 2-year salaries have not been paid. And as a result, some had to resort to taking the municipality to court. On those particular two matters, we're taking the municipality to court sometime in November to deal with the issue of the 3.5 and the 5.4. And we believe that we will win those particular matters in court. We believe that we have a very good case, and workers must be rest assured that if we emerge with a new government in the city of Tshwane, we will engage that particular new government, and we believe that they will then be able to respond to the challenges that we would have raised with them.
We really appreciate your time. Thank you so much for speaking to us. That there, Mr. Mpho Tladinyane, who is the Provincial Secretary of the South African Municipal Workers Union, saying that the treatment of workers, them not receiving their salary increases, he says is something that needs to be dealt with. And he, of course, towards the end there, conceding that some of those challenges he does put on the shoulders of Cilliers Brink, who faces a motion of no confidence this morning, set to kick off at around 10 o'clock, and we'll be keeping you updated here on Channel 405. Aldrin, back to you.
So yeah, under 2 hours, that motion of no confidence should be debated in the City Council when the meeting takes place. That is Naledi there joining us from Tshwane House in Pretoria.